So, what does the term holographic universe really mean? I'd like to use the original definition of hologram. Hol, H-O-L, in Greek, means whole or the whole thing. Gram means picture or depiction. A hologram is the whole picture or the whole depiction. And so the information of a pair is held completely in the one. As in, how do you define left from right? They're merely opposites of each other based on which one you're looking at. So the definition of one depends on the perspective of the other. They are mutually interdependent, and do not exist without each other. Heads and tails, up and down, front and back. So I took the idea and I kept breaking it down like that until I was left with a primal duality that breaks down and encompasses all possible definition. The primal polarities from which all opposites are derived. And by that mode of deriving from a unity state means all further expressions of variations of that polarity contain that polarity within them as they are contained within the polarity. Think on the axiom, does a set of all sets include itself? With this holographic model, it does, and each set inside the set contains every other set. No, for whatever reason, the reason the laws operate the way they do from that primal polarity. Non-existence, being a paradox to the divine mind, for some reason creates the first logic gate of all information to pass through. The positive principle can be broken down to I am that I am, and the second principle can be broken down to I am that I am not. Observer and observed. The thinker and then the thoughts. So due to the holographic nature, the thinker is in the thoughts, and the thoughts are in the thinker. Go into the description of Indra's net in Mahayana Buddhism, and you'll get a little bit better idea with this. First, a small thought exercise. If you were to take a single sphere and its interior was completely reflective, perfectly, and at the perfect center of the sphere, you place a single ball of light, a singularity. You let the light reflect and refract, creating an interior, infinite space. And it's all contained within one sphere, which boundary is nowhere, and its center is everywhere. So, consciousness and awareness, unity and individuality, all things contain an echo of these principles. Just as all things that proceed have echoes of all other things within them, each bead of these tiny spheres moves and flitters around in its own image projection, guided by self-awareness, or the first perfect image of the invisible one. Light, in this case, is invisible for what is cast outward, and the sensory reflection or show observed. It's the same principle with physical light. When you're observing, you are registering a photon hitting your brain, and then after it bounces off the object. All we ever see are after images, or in a way, shadows.